Hello, this is the second prediction we're doing. This is Gretchen Whitmer versus GT Vance. It's a 2028 prediction. So, we'll start off with the safe states. These are won by an over 10% margin with Washington, California, much of the West, then here in the South and Midwest, and we have Oregon and Hawaii, Alaska. Now, when we look at Florida in uh, 2008, if it for Obama plus 2.8, then Obama plus 0.88 in 2012. 2016 was a Trump plus 1.2, and 2020 was a Trump plus 3.4. 2024 was a 13.1. So I think this will stay as a safe red state. Texas in 2012 was a Romney plus 15.8. Then in 2016 was a Trump plus 9.0. Then 2020 was a Trump plus 5.6, and in 2024 went up to a 13.7. So it was shifting left, but then 2024 and shifted way back to the right. So it could just be a one-off thing, and it'll go back to a 5.6 or even lower. So you could see it's going down to a likely or even safe. However, a lot of the quick rightward shift in 2024 is attributed to Latino voters shifting to the right. So I guess only time will tell how much of an effect this will have in 2028. We have almost all the New England states. And so if we look at Colorado, Colorado is like, I think will be safe. New Mexico, I think will be likely. By the way, so safe is more than 10, as I mentioned previously. Likely is a more than 5. Lean is a 5 or lower, and tilt is a 1 or lower. So as for Minnesota, that I think this will stay as a lean or maybe likely. I think it'll be a very high lean, like a 4.9 or 5 point lean. So just shy of a likely. Then when we go to back to New England, we have so with Virginia and New Jersey, they both have gubernatorial races. So that in 2025, so that will give us a little bit of insight. But I think these will both be likelies. And then as for New Hampshire, this I think will be a lean, and Maine forces will be a safe. Maine overall is going to be a likely, and Maine second will also be a likely. Now we look at Nebraska's first and second districts. They both have a lot of students, which is why for a long time they've been kind of shifting to the left. So they voted for Trump plus 20.7 in 2016, then just 14.9 in 2020, and then 2024 it's actually shifted to 13. And the fact that this district shifted left even in 2024 when like the whole nation shifted to the right, that has some weight. So I think this will be a very low safe, maybe a 10 to 11 point safe, or 10.1 to 11 point safe, so it would be just shy of becoming a likely. Similar situation with the Nebraska's second. It hasn't been shifting left in the same way that the second has. I mean, the first has, but it still is. It still is fairly. It has a lot of students that are to the left, so it could go up to a. It could become a likely, but I think for now it'll be a lean. And then if we look at Ohio, it was a Trump plus 11.2, so it could go down to a likely, or depending on how bad the next 4 years are and how good the Democratic challenge was, potentially even a lean. But J. Vance, of course, he is from Ohio, and while I think people vastly overestimate how much support candidates get from the home state, I still think this would slightly help J.D. Vance. Then we have the swing states, of course. So Gretchen Whitmer, she is from Michigan. I think this could be a lean, but I was thinking, well, a likely would be a 5.1. Well, yeah, let's look at the Michigan again, gubernatorial race. So she won. This was in 2022, I believe, or 2024. Let me think. 2024 was. Oh no, 2022. And she won it with about 11 points. And I'm not saying a gubernatorial race is like directly proportional to a presidential race. But I do think the fact that she got elected governor with it does have some weight that she won with a safe margin. It was just over 10 points in the Michigan governor, so I think that could correlate to a likely in Michigan. Now, I think it'll be a low likely, but I do think it'll be a likely. And actually, I also think Minnesota might go to a likely. So as for so this is already it's one state in the blue wall. It has, of course, been kind of shifted red. But now Wisconsin, this is just no matter who's running, it's always been close. In 2016, Trump won it with 0.76. 2020, Biden won it with 0.63. 2024, Trump won it with 0.86. So it's always going to be close. But I think Gretchen Whitmer will manage to win in Wisconsin. And then we have, so that was Wisconsin, which, yeah, so then in Pennsylvania, it did a shift. It's been like more Republican registration, voter registration. So you can learn more about it in other videos, but I think that the Democrats do have a bit of a Pennsylvania problem. And so I'm wondering if Gretchen Whitmer can pull off a victory there. And so I think we'll come back to Pennsylvania. I'm going to look at Nevada and Arizona. Nevada, it did Latino voters in Nevada did shift pretty far to the right. So I think this actually could be a Republican win in this state. So I'm just thinking there were some polls conducted in 2024 that I'm not only taking into account polls because that was 2024 not 2028, but I do think they hold some weight. But I do think she could. I think she could. They. I think she might be able to narrowly wrestle it away from J. Vance over. And there's kind of an almost equal chance of either side winning. But I do think Gretchen might be able to just narrowly, very, very close, like probably even closer than Wisconsin, bring it back to the left. And as for Arizona, I think this will be a. I think this will be a either. Also, as I think this might be a lean. As for Georgia and North Carolina, I think North Carolina will be a lean and Georgia will be a tilt. Pennsylvania, I think Pennsylvania will be. This is like whoever gets Pennsylvania, wins Pennsylvania wins the election here. Um, and I think in the I think Whitmer might be able to win in Pennsylvania. So this is a pretty close election, but this is what we have. It's Gretchen Whitmer wins with 276 electoral votes. J.D. Vance with 262. So, thanks for watching.